In the beginning, there was nothing. Then I showed up! Hey, what's up, guys? This is UMB Universe, and before I get started with this, I would like to say thank you to everyone who took apparently 2 hours out of their day to listen to my 2-hour-long rant about me quitting my job. And as a short little update as to what's going on with my 2 weeks notice is that I think every day so far is just trying to showcase all the good people that I'm leaving behind, all thanks to this one douchebag, well, 1.5 douchebags that pretty much kicked me out to begin with. Maybe had to want to lead to begin with. And yeah, basically every other day at this point where I went to my job has just been hanging out with actually good managers who are there to help me and, you know, treat me like a person. So, that's how it is. If it wasn't for the fact that, you know, there's a high possibility that another job is on the horizon, I probably would be worried, but it's cool. So, if you want to know about that, it should still be on my channel, and if you have 2 hours of your life you just want to waste, go for it. But right now, we gotta look at ponies. Man, that will never not be manly to say. 3, 2, 1 now.
Okay, Spike. You know you might get distracted by the stacks of books and copious charts, so remember what to say. Twilight, I know you're in full prep mode for Trivia Trot tomorrow, but you need to get some sleep.
Oh.
Nice work. You got this.
Good on you, Spike. Wait, what?
This is weird.
Oh my God! The universe is about to implode.
What are you doing?
Great question, Spike. And the answer is going to bed. Brings you 8 hours of sleep to perform at optimum levels.
Oh.
I'm
I
scared.
thought I'd have to force you to go to bed since tomorrow is your chance to be the first pony to win Ponyville Trivia 3 times in a row.
Ah.
That is tomorrow, right?
The answer is yes. Ask me another one.
Oh, here we go.
Another what?
Another question. I want to stay in the zone. That way I can sleep in the zone.
Here we go.
The zone, and be home in the zone tomorrow.
Oh God. Stop.
This is a whole new level of twilighting, isn't it?
The answer is
Happy.
Are you okay?
The answer is
No.
yes.
Well,
No.
good luck,
You're wrong.
Twilight.
You're wrong.
With your brain sleep and getting that third win.
The answer is good night and yes.
That
I worry about you a lot. I worry about you like a mother, Twilight. Like, I'm serious. I do everything in my power to support you and think about you in the best possible way that benefits you. But for Christ's sakes, stop being so weird. Who am I kidding? It's one of your biggest character traits. Jesus Christ. Sooner or later, one of these days, I'll actually continue on my own Ultimate Analysis series. One of these days. Might never happen, but God damn it, Twilight. Alright.
I'm glad you decided to come watch your first Trivia Trot, Spike. I hope the rules aren't too confusing.
rules? Isn't trivia just asking questions
And then just answering.
The trot is a
You,
little more involved than that.
you insignificant fool.
Category of rules. Categories. Rule 1. Each category must be categorically designated and thoroughly researched in all categorical
And you lost me.
Trivia Trot. And that wraps up Rule 41.6.
Points.
Of course, the exception to that, 41.6a, is interesting itself because...
Ah!
Ooh, I can't wait to see who my partner's
You,
gonna be.
trust me, you don't know how many moments where you're sitting down, waiting for something that you have no control over, getting to a location or something.
Are randomly selected.
And you just gotta deal with this other person talking.
How could I forget?
And based on the regular attendees, I've charted every potential teammate's strengths and weaknesses, plus
my
my
God.
percentage of winning with each one.
Really happy mods in there.
Be a chart. Glad I'm just watching. I don't think I could handle being your teammate. What if I let you down?
You can never let me down, Spike.
I'm already disappointed in you.
And we need all the support I can get for win number 3.
Oh. Expectations are high. That's never a good idea for a main character.
Well, if it ain't our reigning champ, think you can win again this week, Twilight?
With that big brain of yours.
Different area of expertise, so it really is any pony's game. But yes! Then
Jesus.
you better hope you get paired with me, because I am gonna rule this game!
To tell you the truth, with your learning ethic, I can believe that.
I didn't come
Oh,
all the way from the Crystal
Sunburst.
Empire to live
Happy you're here.
And I hope you realize I have the highest percentage of correct answers, and I aim to keep it that way.
I hope you realize not every category is gonna be spells so old not even Stars World the Bearded remembers them. I hope there's one
Wow.
for me.
There's only like 4 of those, but I understand what you mean.
Because I've been brushing up.
Fluttershy.
That was a category last week.
You guys are
It
effed.
won't be in the game tonight.
Rule 37.2c. No back-to-back categories. But I think Fluttershy was joking.
Ah.
Sure sounded like a joke to me.
You guys are done. Oh, Pinky! The perfect partner.
Pinkie Pie?
Yes. Don't karma. Well, not karma. Luck.
What's wrong,
Whatever.
Pie? I hadn't anticipated Pinkie Pie as a potential player.
She's always a dark horse.
Played before. My chart is completely off. I have no way to predict what'll happen, and unpredictable is not good for trivia.
I'm pretty sure that's the wrong metaphor, but
Do I have to do
it had horse in it,
Sorry,
so.
Princess of Friendship to put things into perspective and remind you this is just a game.
Ha!
Spike!
Just a game.
Nothing to do with being the princess of friendship, and this is not just a game. This is Trivia Trot.
Oh my god.
Okay, settle down.
And here I thought we weren't gonna have any more episodes like this. Boy, was I wrong.
It's starting! I have to reevaluate my chart. Spike, I need you to find the part on matchups. Can you look outside?
What'd I miss?
He's about to call out the 5th team. Sunburst gave me the highest chance of winning, but he's been paired with Cranky Doodle.
Ah, the brilliant and most diabolical team.
At least Rainbow Dash and Applejack aren't together. Team Apple Dash is basically unstoppable. The parts will spend all their energy trying to one-up each other, so that only helps my chances.
Jesus Christ. Oh, the perfect pair.
Not every team is a threat, but there aren't many ponies left.
You're about to get destroyed. Bulk is about to obliterate you.
Because the next pair of players is...
Let me guess.
Maud and Mudbriar!
Perfect.
Wrong. Maud and Mudbriar have been paired together every week. It's a statistical improbability, which would be fine if they weren't so good.
You and Pinkie Pie are the only ones left.
Calculations, the only pony who could really threaten my winning streak is... And our final pair of contestants for this week's Trivia Trot is...
That's what happens when you have the power of rocks and trees.
Twilight! It's you. Isn't that great? Yeah! Great!
Greatness. The conflict is so relatable. Man, you don't know how many times I just wanted to win a trivia trot, but I'm just giving the friend that clearly is not as smart as me. Everything I just said was just like,
Super excited for this
in every regard, factually incorrect.
one, and I get to play it with you, which makes it even funner. Twilight and Pinkie Pie forever! Ooh, we can be Team Twinkie, or Team Pink like Pinkie Pie. No.
I forget what your ship name was. I will never not accept any ship with these 2 characters unless it's Twi-Pie.
I could be the first pony ever to win 3 consecutive trots in a row, and I'm really hoping I do. You
The
don't
pony
have anything
who
to worry about.
had like the biggest late fee for any book, period.
Teammate ever.
Well, let's say the longest wait time to ever bring back a book. Let's just put it that way, because the late fee was any
Still
nothing.
Think you can win?
I know I can.
But come
Pinkie
on.
might not be the partner I expected, but I can coach her along. And besides, I'm pretty good at this game.
You can't win them all, Twilight.
I'm sure I can pick up the slack. Let's get this party started!
Pick up the slack. There's a lot of slack to pick up.
Now, the first order of business is we need some pony to keep score.
I'll do it. I'm not sure you want to take that job, Spike.
Yeah.
Scorekeeping can get a mite intense.
Yeah.
Starlight used to do it, but now say the word trivia around her.
Oh god.
Apple Bash, don't let them scare you. You'll be fine. Now, let the game
Well, no wonder I haven't been seeing her around.
get ready to get squished.
I saw that mod being being excited there. I saw that.
The first category is literary figure.
What? Literally.
Category about books.
Okay, literary. I did not get the first word. All right. That's sad.
Who is the pony that despises the holiday season in the old classic, A Hearthwarming Tale?
Oh, we know this one.
The answer is no pony, because every pony ends up loving the holiday with singing, festive cakes, and thoughtful presents. Well, as much as that ain't exactly wrong, it ain't exactly right neither.
Negative.
Just doing my job, Twilight.
Sorry, I didn't know we could have negative points.
Really?
It's fine, Pinky.
You gotta hate those
It'll
games.
help our chances if I coach you as we go. Tip 1, try sitting still. I can't be coached twice. And don't get distracted or be distracting. Oh, and remember to listen carefully.
Basically, don't be Pinkie Pie. Don't be you.
Got it.
You know how you were when you couldn't play your game your little instrument? Be that person.
Which topographical locale used to be a cavern, but after thousands of years of erosion is now a gorge. Pinky, what?
The answer is the Ghastly Gorge.
That is 100% correct.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Next category is
You better hope this is one of those games that are so friggin' stupid.
I didn't hear you complain when the category was Wonderbolt history.
Oh, yeah.
totally different.
Gotcha there.
Pinky, remember the category is apples. Keep your mind on apples. Apples. Ooh, and oranges, and grapes, and strawberries. Strawberry.
I don't remember the name very much, but all I do remember is hotdiggitydemon.com. I think it was the .mov series. I'm getting a lot of those faces here.
Don't choke. Now, why would I choke on a question about apples?
You're getting a little too defensive there,
What's the question again?
Applejack.
Kidding me?
Are you joking?
Come on, Pinky, you know this one. Mysterious apples, only around for 5 days. Quiet down there. Pretty sure there's a rule against tummies ringing in.
Wow.
I'm just guessing, but is it Zap apples?
There you go.
Finally! Yes, Fluttershy.
It is Zap Apples.
At least some pony here knows their apples.
You are a disappointment! I am disowning a family member today!
1 minute left in the refreshment/bathroom break.
Oh, Christ.
I
Oh, crazy hair Twilight, I missed you.
don't want her to feel bad. She's trying so hard, but I might have to start answering everything myself. Look, Twilight. No more belly growl interruptions for Team Twi-Pie.
What are you?
Maybe instead of focusing on Pinky, you should just focus on how you're playing.
Or I should look at how every pony else is playing.
Listen to your dragon.
Your seats, 'cause the break is over, and it is time for more questions. Let me see. How do you say reward in Old Ponyish?
Oh, just like two good people who know that. Yeah, Sunburst.
Reward in Old Ponish is hit.
Correct. Sleeping.
What? There we go.
Sunburst's partner is sleeping, and according to Rule 57.6, sleeping at the table is subject to a disqualification. Well, looky here. That's an actual rule. Cranky is disqualified. I'm sorry, Sunburst. Without your teammate, you can't play neither.
Oh, fine. But I'm counting that as a correct answer. Stay awake for 5 minutes.
Oh, God.
Don't worry, Pinky. We're not out of this game yet.
I'm not upset, Twilight. I'm just disappointed.
Is the answer carrot? Ah! Rule 13.2. No help from pets.
Really?
Rule 72.8. No sticking tongues out at opponents.
Well, here's the thing. Alright, while this is, in fact, I will admit, kind of douchey, Oh, that's just being...
Nice try.
Yeah, douchebaggery. That's just straight up being
The
douchebag.
next category is cupcakes.
Twilight! I knew all about those!
We're good.
Sure! Just when we're finally back in the game. Why, that sounds perfect, Pinky, but... Ooh, isn't that a confetti appreciation parade I see? Where?
Which flavor cupcakes did Princess Celestia order for Princess Luna's surprise birthday party last year?
Pinkie Pie knows this.
Double midnight chocolate fudge with chili pepper frosting.
Correct!
Wow, really?
Hey, I knew that.
Yeah.
Made those cupcakes.
I'm pretty... Yeah.
Sorry, Pinky, but you were looking at the parade, and I didn't want our team to miss out on the point.
Every face you have is unique. I'm scared.
How'd the confetti parade go anyway?
Oh, God.
1547 Pony BE.
God damn it.
Hilbert. Kitty Pops. Bananas.
Not since lesson 0 have you gone this crazy. Oh, God.
Stone.
I don't know anything about those.
Ah.
Kind of category.
Yes, it is. Technically,
it's
it...
a kind of category where we know the answers and you don't.
This is one of those moments where you like Mudbriar more than Twilight, and if you don't, what is wrong with you?
I'm sure I know some of these.
That is like the best use of his technically that you can ever get in a series at this point.
Be used to start a fire.
The black one.
The answer is Flint.
Yeah, that one. We both get points, right?
Sorry, Pinky.
You gotta
Rule
say it.
4. Answers must be specific and exact. I'd help you if I could. I know this category pretty well.
You could have gone with coal, like, it could have been like coal. The black one could also be coal.
In Griffinstone. Could you ask Maud? You got it. Hey, Maud! What's the name of the famous rock in Griffinstone?
Pinky, you can't ask me that.
Oh.
I can. I just did.
Oh, what?
You can't go and ask another player about rocks when that's the category. It's in the rule book. Sorry.
Somewhere.
You're disqualified.
What? Wait, why would Twilight do that to herself unless she has a means of way of making it so that she can still play without a partner?
I'm sorry, Pinky. I guess I forgot about that rule. Oh no! If I'm out, you don't have a partner.
She has a backup plan, apparently.
Win! Actually, since there's another player who has also had his teammate disqualified.
Rule 19.7b, whereby players whose teammates were disqualified may form a new team.
Wow. I've never hated Twilight more in this entire moment. Wow.
Cherry one from over there.
Ouch. My everything is on fire right now.
The next category
Wow.
is ancient legends.
Oh, we're gonna crush this round.
Yeah, I don't know, Twilight. You seem out of the zone today. But don't worry. I'll pick up the slack.
What? I am the reigning trot champ. If there's any slack that needs picking, I'll be the up. I mean, wait.
I'm just saying, you seem a little frazzled, and I do have a correct answer percentage to maintain.
Who traveled to Equestria from a distant land, seeking to steal the magic from its pony inheritance?
I know this one! I know this one! Pick me!
Be Lord Tirek.
Technically, that answer is incomplete. The answer is Lord T-Rex and Scorpion.
But Scorpion tried to convince Tirek not to do it, so technically he wasn't part of it, even if it started out... never mind.
There you go. I need to listen to that question again. Because, from what I remember, I think she said, who was the pony? And not the ponies or people. If it was singular or singular or plural,
Look, Sunburst, I realize
then that really shows the count.
but I'm really good at this game.
What the hell? How long is this game?
In Daring Do's hatch. 20. Correct.
I mean, who do you expect to want to get that?
I knew that one! You just cost us a point and the correct answer I needed to boost my percentage.
Instead of taking the bell away, how about you just click it?
You're right, Twilight. I'm sorry, but now that I think about it, I'm not so sure about Dash's answer. Could you do a quick fact check?
Don't.
But if you want proof,
Don't.
wait. According to Rule 18.3, I can't check outside reference material.
Yes.
Are you trying to get me disqualified?
Okay.
What kind of-
As much as I don't like you right now, I at least don't want you to get your own comeuppance yet. There it is.
You're right, Twilight. I don't know what got into me. I was so focused on my correct answers, I wasn't thinking straight.
Ah,
Can you forgive me?
look at the outside looking in.
I understand. And I have a teammate of my own to apologize to. Lucky for you, Cranky's awake. And according to Rule 57.6b,
Players previously disqualified for sleeping may rejoin the game,
What?
provided they're well rested.
What?
Yeah, where am I? What time is it?
This is a stupid game.
Thanks.
Pinky, you were the best teammate I could ask for. But I let wanting to win keep me from seeing that.
Really?
I knew you wanted to win, but I probably could have helped a little.
Only a little.
Even if I couldn't.
We still could have had fun.
Oh
I'm so sorry for not realizing it. I got so obsessed with one thing, I forgot what really mattered.
my god.
No, that doesn't sound like you at all.
Period. When has that ever once
Win
happened?
or lose,
Ever.
nothing is more important than my friend. Or my team. Twi-Pie forever?
Twi-Pie forever.
I don't know.
It's very hard for me to just forgive you outright.
I guess even the Princess of Friendship can mess things up with her friends.
Really?
Oh, it's not that.
I mean,
It's just that I already changed it to Team Twipers. And now I guess I should change it to Sun Doodle?
Actually,
Alright.
I have a better idea. According to Rule 13.2, players can join the game at any time,
That's-
provided they start from 0.
alright. I was about to say.
Are really convoluted.
Yes!
Doesn't starting from 0 mean we'll lose?
Pretty much.
Well, our chances aren't good, but the odds of having fun on Team Twi-Pie are 100%.
Alright.
What is the name of the Ponyville Day Spa's most popular candle?
Pinkie Pie.
Competitive Library Musk. No.
Oh, no! Oh, Derpy can't get in? How dare you! Alright. Well, this episode just went by. I will say, it's like the fastest moving episode I've ever seen. Like, I'm serious. I didn't even know that was supposed to end right there. But, oh man, this was a trip. Like, the faces in this one, the unique faces they have in this particular episode really reminded me of the .MLP series. It's like all those faces reminded me of a particular scene of another character, mostly the Twilight character in those. So it's like, man, good job on this episode, good job. And it's been a while since there have been snippets and areas where we got crazy Twilight, insane Twi. But this is definitely harking back to Lesson 0 Twilight, where she just broke the faces, the attitude, the sheer unquantifiable levels of she is pure dork book mode is astonishing. And no matter what, whether you're season 1 or season 9, you're always gonna have Twilight be herself. And I appreciate that. Character flaws are very hard to just walk away from. Old habits die hard. Is that the saying? Hopefully I got that right. But I'm impressed with this one. Twilight's always been like this, and she has learned time and time again, like how Fluttershy learned time and time again that confidence is key. And in this case, Twilight has already learned that putting yourself too much into one thing is bad, and you shouldn't just do that, especially if you're hurting the other people around you. And it's fine. I love this episode. I'm just saying, they really like to hammer in the fact that, yes, these characters will have their flaws no matter how many episodes go by. You think that Twilight's going to be like, oh, you know, and I'm 100%, almost on. No, it would be a crime I will literally say this. It will be a crime to have it so the last episode of MLP, you have Twilight just accepting her role. Alright? I know for a solitary fact, and if I'm wrong, I'll end this channel, that at the end of the series, when Twilight, when they're told that Twilight, this is the moment's coming soon, where you're gonna have to be the main ruler with your friends and stuff like that, she is still going to do classic Twilighting action and freak out a bit, have her friends tell her things are gonna be alright, because that's the process with Twilight. That will always be the process with Twilight. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter what you think, it is going to be Twilight's thing to freak out on particular subject matters that she has been doing ever since the beginning of the series. And I admire that to no end. And I will say, if I'm wrong, and for some reason she suddenly just says, yes, I'm gonna take this responsibility head on, understanding my strengths and weaknesses, and understand everything that I've learned from episode 1 to now. I would be a little jarred. I will be a little jarred. Would I say that's a bad thing? No, but it wouldn't be the Twilight that I know, I guess, would be my definitive answer of that. So, it was great to see Maud and Mudbriar together in this, and I will say again, Mudbriar's technically at that point was the best use of his technically, and appropriate with the tone and attitude he was displaying, because Twilight was being as much of a butt than any other moment that Mudbriar has. So, yes, always good to see those two together. Favorite canonical relationship, I guess the best way to put it at this point. And so on and so forth. Twilight and Pinkie. Now, in my Ultimate Analysis series, at a particular point, I was going to mention how the dynamic between Twilight and Pinkie Pie has been throughout the entirety of this series. And since it's the last season and these episodes are pretty much golden, I'm just going to explain it here. One of my favorite things to look back on when going back into the old series is how much Twilight found annoyance with Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie was like the polar opposite of what Twilight liked and liked to be around. Pinkie Pie was always the character that you could tell with her facial expressions, her dismissive demeanor and stuff like that, that out of every character in the circle, in the main six circle, Pinkie Pie was the crux to Twilight. And throughout each season, you see it slowly but surely growing into a deeper friendship. And I like how the series is constantly showcasing that the bond between Pinkie Pie and Twilight is a bond of contradicting and also compelling linking narrative. Best way I can put it, that in the MLP movie, I still have the cup of the MLP movie right here. What was one of the biggest moments in that entire movie? It was Pinkie Pie using friendship to their advantage, while Twilight didn't use friendship to their advantage and instead opted to steal the pearl instead of using friendship as a means to get the pearl. Pinkie Pie did it, succeeded, and if it wasn't for Twilight doing the opposite of what Twilight should have done, they would have not have got kicked out of that area and had to redeem themselves, basically. While Pinkie Pie tried to scold Twilight into what was an appropriate thing to do in the matter, and then Twilight said something stupid, and then made Pinkie Pie upset. It was like a culmination of all the times that I remember these two being together and having this back and forth, like, not really like, one tolerates while the other one just wants to love kind of mentality that I've seen throughout the series. And this episode reinforces that to an unprecedented degree. Immediately, when it informs of something that Twilight loves to do, she freaks out uncontrollably once Pinkie Pie comes out of nowhere. Because she knows for a solitary fact that she and her do not share the same type of, I guess, mental capacity in Twilight's term. It's like, she's book smart, she's literate, she knows all this other stuff, and Pinkie Pie, what does she know? She's a party pony who doesn't probably even know how to count to 19. That sort of thing. And when she got into the picture, she was scared. And then when she got with that, this is her episode to realize that just because Pinkie Pie is Pinkie Pie doesn't mean that she is useless in any matter. And she's just trying to be the best friend she can be, and also just trying to do this one thing that Twilight seems to have a hard time doing when put under stressful situations. Have fun. That's it. And that's why I really liked Pinkie Pie and Twilight's little back and forth all throughout this entire series. And which is why one of the main reasons why Pinkie Pie is one of my favorite characters, because she basically embodies one of my favorite things about quote-unquote friendship that you can have. There's loyalty, there's kindness, there's honesty, there's generosity, but laughter with your friends is one of the best moments you can have with a friend. If you are going back and forth, making jokes, stuff like that, it's some of the best moments you can remember hanging out with your friends. Being loyal with them is also great. Being honest with them is also very important. Being kind and generous is also important as well. But the main moments that I remember with most of my friends growing up in middle school, high school, at least the ones that always stuck around, was the times that we had laughing with each other. The jokes that we talked about, how we crapped on particular animes and loved others, or watched various shows together and stuff like that. Yeah. So out of everyone here, in forms of like the systems they have with each other, which made me kind of upset that they couldn't like squeeze Rarity in there some way, because you got the interesting dynamic that is Rainbow Dash and Applejack, and their always competitive nature. Even after so many seasons have gone by, they still are as competitive as they were in the very beginning to now. And you have Fluttershy being Fluttershy, and it would have been interesting to have some type of interaction, some way of seeing what she and Fluttershy's relationship. And if I remember correctly, yeah, Fluttershy and Rarity had like a very good together type of relationship all the way back in the older seasons. So I would have liked them to bring that back, maybe replace Bulk with Rarity. And then have it so that, yeah, you have two main 6 characters together, and that's how they're dominating the game, because they also have this good synergy with each other. And then you have the other side, who are just have the complete polar opposites to each other. Then you have the other 2 of the main characters pitted against each other, showing their relationship of being very competitive. That would have been a very good little back and forth. But I can see again why they didn't do that. And how they couldn't put Starlight in there. While I'm okay with that, the whole joke about her, she just could not be the scorekeeper anymore because of reasons. They didn't really like showcase very much how bad it was being a scorekeeper, because while I can see what they were trying to get at, it's just like keeping score for these people who are very, very adamant in wanting to succeed in their own perspective way. Going up there casually, flipping it up or flipping it down, giving them a negative point will give you some bad vibes just to them. It's like shooting the messenger kind of thing. Even though it's not his fault that you're about to get a negative point or get one less point, and it's not his fault that you're about to give a point to another team. But that's just what his job was. I can see that was the reason why Starlight probably left. But Spike is a big boy. It looks like he didn't have any problem like that whatsoever. If there was like some small thing that I missed it. But Spike seemed to be pretty okay with that entire deal. So, yeah, I think I pretty much said everything I had to say in forms of analytical stuff about this. I know that my talks when it comes to MLP have been a little bit on the short side, mostly because, well, this series is coming to a close, and I'm going to miss it. I definitely am, but sometimes it just give me episodes I can't work with 100%. But this one definitely had a lot of my favorite things that I liked about MLP. And any show in general that kind of has this dichotomy. Like, for Miraculous Ladybug, the main reason why I even watched that is because I like the back and forth relationship with Adrian and Marinette. The reason why I watch a lot of other shows, like Star vs. Force of Evil, is because of those smaller, kind of smaller character-driven things than the actual plot-heavy things. And, hold on, while I'm here, I'm just gonna go back to that one question about T-Rex and Scorpan. I agree that if they're gonna talk about who were the individuals that came down over to retrieve the magic, I do agree having both T-Rex and Scorpan as the answer is correct. But if they're just talking about a singular person, then yeah, it was technically T-Rex the person wanting to steal the magic of Equestria. And Scorpan changed his mind afterward, after learning what friendship was thanks to Star Swirl. But I get it. I'm also on the boat that, yes, if you're going to add a little bit and it's more correct, let's say this. They were more correct than Twilight. Twilight is correct, but they were more correct because Scorpan was also there, and he also did the exact same thing Tyrek was trying to do. Speaking of Tyrek, can't wait to see what he's going to be doing along with the other villains. Hopefully we get one more villain episode. And if we don't, it's fine. This is just like a wish list kind of deal as before we reach the end of the series. Just one more villain episode showing their relationship. Even if it's not even like a whole episode, it's supposed to be like half of an episode, or at least cutting back to them kind of thing. At the Hall of Just at the League of Super Evil fortress there. Just seeing one last thing before the hoorah, before Grogar starts doing his deal. And I swear, man, this dude, he better get his time to shine. I love you, T-Rex. I love you, Chrysalis. Can't say that much about you, Cozy, but I want my boy to get his day. Give him that. So, yeah. This is Do You Want to Be a Universe? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.